Well, my questions.
Want me to read one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So share.
So sure.
Do you want us to leave or?
I just she's funny.
What are some easy and cheap ways to add value to your home?
Good one.
Okay. So I cannot stress enough how much value decluttering your home will give you. It
Call
is
up Kiki.
amazing. Call Kiki
Yeah.
to declutter, and then when you call me to list your home, I am going to give you a staging consultation. And what they're going to do is they're going to think about the photos of your home and the traffic going through your home.
Yep.
And they're also going to see what pieces you have and how maybe they can modernize it. So I listed a house that, they built in the 30s, and then
Wow.
they lived there until the glory days.
Yeah. Probably didn't
So
do
one
much
owner,
to update.
one owner,
Yeah.
no updates.
Yeah.
The furniture incredibly dated, and it was a great sale because I got a stager in there, and we modernized it with art, throw blankets, pillows, area rugs. It's like the value I can't speak enough to,
Yeah.
and that's why I give it to every single person that I work with, because I think it's that much more important. They're going to be happy with it, and therefore I'm going to be happy with it. Painting as well, like it's something you can do yourself. Go out and buy
a big
it. It's not that
difference.
expensive. Fresh coat of paint, or just a neutral color rather than a bright red wall, because
Why does everyone
You love-
have bright red walls
I
at a
don't
certain
know,
point?
but
like a
every
feature,
time I go in,
yeah.
I say we're gonna paint that.
yeah, you can always see it too because it's always like somebody's living room and you can see it through their window. and you're like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
There was
Why?
some sort of trend, like
There
at
really
a
was, like,
certain
a
year
heavy
where
feature
everyone
wall.
Yeah.
put a heavy red
Yeah.
feature wall, and it's just so
Yes.
important when people walk into your home. You need to feel like you could live there. You need to picture your life there, and so I also take a lot of family photos down.
Yeah.
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 Just depersonalize it so that the buyer can personalize it.
Right.
Yeah.
In their mind, right?
Yeah.
They
That's
have
so
to be able
smart.
to.
Yeah. They
Also,
need to
sorry
see
to anyone who
themselves.
has a red wall.
It was really happening.
You can keep
strong
it
for a bit.
until
agree.
you want me to sell it.
Yeah, when you're selling your home, you let it go. It's
Yeah,
not yours. You are
No.
moving on out. You have to detach
Yeah.
from whatever sentiment there
And
was
really-
with that red wall.
I can make anything work. I've had people that say, "Thank you so much for your suggestion. I
Yeah.
see value in it, but I'm not going to do it." And I'm like, "Perfect. I am now going to bring into a stager,
Yeah.
and we are going to work with pieces of decor
Yes.
that
Yeah.
tone that down a little bit, and it's fine."
And it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
After you guys moved out of 229, my parents painted the kitchen red, and we had a red
Yeah.
kitchen. Like my
I
whole
can't
childhood.
picture that.
I
It's like it's so beautiful
No.
now.
Well,
like
it didn't even look like that, right? The kitchen's
Yeah.
Yes.
completely different. Like
Yeah.
the wall that is in my parents' kitchen was not a wall.
It was a dining
completely-
room.
It was a dining
Oh,
room. They
yes,
A
renovated it.
formal
that.
dining room. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What is the biggest obstacle you've encountered as a blogger and entrepreneur?
Yeah, this is a good question. I think my struggle is I am interested in so many different things that it stalls me, because people are saying, it's great that you're interested in so many different things. You're so dynamic and you should follow that. And then other people are saying, no, you need to pick a niche, because that's how you gain a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Is to stick with the niche. So I think because I'm interested in so many different things, and I have like a diverse background with work and everything, it stalls me because I just want everything,
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to pick one thing and go forward with it. I've had 5 jobs at once and managed it. I was fine. I
Yeah.
tell myself I'm fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's
I'm
fine.
fine. Ross. I'm right.
That was a really good Ross impression.
I just played that whole scene in my
With
head.
the margarita. Love.
Honestly, when we're not filming and it's just the 5 of us talking, we just like shoot out the Friends references.
Conversation. And then our text messages is like the Friends gifts as my answer to everything.
It was on when you guys came.
It was on the TV.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my struggle is what do I do if I'm interested in a whole bunch of things? But the reason I started Share the Love is to share the love. It's like what you know, you should share. What you've been through, you should share. I'll use an example of trying to get pregnant. So many people struggle with it and they're not sharing it, and so they feel alone. And so that's kind of the idea behind Share the Love is share what you know, share where that lip color came from. Don't be a snob. Let us all enjoy it. And share what you've been through so we don't feel alone and we know how you've been through it.
You never know who it's helping to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you really don't.
That's one
Just
positive
put it out
thing.
there if you're comfortable with it.
I love the lipstick thing. I feel like such a jerk when people ask me, "Oh my gosh, I love your lip color," and I got it in Europe because they don't ship to
Like,
Canada.
They're like, of course you did.
But when you're like, "Don't be a snob, share it," I was like, "Oh no."
No, but I mean, like, someone will buy a NARS color at Sephora, and they're like, I don't know, I don't remember, because I don't want you to have it.
I don't want you to
You
be
know what
like,
I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Even though
some
there's
people
probably
are like, or
300
they
other
won't
people
say
wearing
where they got their shoes or something like that.
Yeah. It's better than it used to be.
Especially
but
with the whole
yes.
Instagram, people now want to actually tell you where they got it to get,
'Cause they
like,
get paid.
sponsors and stuff.
Exactly.
I used to be so aggressive. People would be like, "Where'd you get that?" Or like, "Oh, I like your shirt." And I'd be like, "Thanks, I got it from Giant Tiger for $8." Like, spit everything out of where I
It
got
was a
Like,
Tuesday and it was raining. And
And they're like, Jessie, I just said I liked it.
I could totally
Now you
picture
can have
that.
it.
I've got 3 points.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
I feel like it's such a mix for me because some people will ask me, and I got a lot of my clothes abroad, like when I was traveling in Asia or South America. Or I'll be like, I got this jacket when I was shopping in Paris. But then my jeans are from Giant Tiger.
Costco.
Sorry, Robin.
Costco talked about them. Okay, Aisha,
Yes.
you ready?
Sure.
What are cheap and healthy meals for the girl on the go? This is from Katie, one of our fellow boss babes from the Boss Woman podcast. So thanks for the question.
Okay, so I made these pancakes this morning.
Yes, we've heard about these.
They were incredible. So it's like my to-go-to pancake recipe. It's just a mashed up banana. It's usually pretty ripe. Half a cup of some sort of flour. This morning I used almond flour, but you can use like gluten-free flour. A scoop of nut butter. I used peanut butter this morning. And 2 eggs. And you whip it up, and I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. My pancakes were done. I was out the door by 6:20. Like, it was.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was
What?
really fast. Like,
How
I
did you
just
do that?
Yep.
We have talked about this. She doesn't brush her hair, so like that's off the table. And this girl,
It's beautiful.
we were talking about this like last week, but I was just gonna say this girl, Freshies, this girl rolls out of bed like gorgeous and glam and like good to go. And it is a trait I admire so much. I lost that. I was also that way in my early 20s.
I haven't, I've brushed my
I didn't
hair.
have this in my early 20s.
Oh my god.
No, Aisha's the kind of natural beauty you can roll and go.
Oh,
Yes.
stop
Which I
it.
love.
Stop.
Yes.
It's
Girl
so not
crushing
true.
over here.
No, but I brushed my hair maybe like 4 times in the past 3 years. Like, I don't brush my hair.
That was
That's what I
excessively
mean.
more than I expected.
We were genuinely talking about this like last weekend. We were talking about how she doesn't brush her hair, and I was
I
like,
don't.
Oh my God.
I
That's
condition it. I let it air dry.
not
It's so
get
beautiful.
This is air dried.
threads?
I know.
Like, I don't brush my hair often, but
Yeah.
you can tell because it becomes a mat
Oh my
in the
gosh.
back, particularly if I'm wearing like a collared shirt or like a hood or something.
Yeah.
I guess I just go like this like all the time, and it just like becomes like I have
That
to.
happens to me too.
And so my bottom layer is like this long.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like
Because it's a dreadlock.
constantly a mat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wash my hair, so that's how I don't get dreads.
Oh,
when I
I
was
wash
traveling abroad,
Sometimes.
I need to wash my hair often because it does have like a tendency to dread. So when I was traveling abroad and like didn't have an access to a shower every few days, like within 3-4 days, my hair will start to dread.
Yeah.
Really?
So I have to wash my hair like every day, every other day.
So
Unless I want dreads.
the question was about healthy meal ideas.
I know, I totally got us off track. But we were just amazed, I think, at the 20 minutes.
Sorry.
Like, that was, the pancakes sound nice and quick.
Pancakes, yeah.
Pancakes sound quick. So that's great because
Yeah.
yeah.
Easiest breakfast ever.
Yeah.
I love, I think it's simple and maybe not done as often as it should be, but I love a simple yogurt parfait. And I have this really cool container, yogurt container that I got from Chapters, where you throw it in the freezer overnight and you put your yogurt in the morning, and it has a lid where you can put your granola and fruit and stuff. And that's, sometimes I'm at work really early in the morning, so I'll have my breakfast at about 9 if I don't get the chance to make it before I leave. And yeah, it makes a simple like mid-morning snack.
Yeah.
What else is simple?
A boiled egg.
I really what?
A boiled
egg.
One boiled
I'm
egg.
campaigning hard for my little egg.
One thing that's simple that you don't even actually have to make is just these veggie burgers I really love. I think I get them from Farm Boy. They're called Hillary's. And you throw them, like I don't even add anything to it, like no bun, no nothing. I just put some butter in a frying pan. I heat it for a few minutes on each side, and it makes the perfect lunch or dinner. And it's healthy. It's like black beans and quinoa. It's
hearty.
It's great. It's hearty. It's filling. I had 2 before I came here, and I'm like full for the night.
Yeah.
So I really love that Hillary's.
Nice.
It's a good brand.
What are a couple easy moves we can do to improve or fix our posture?
Yeah.
All of us have tech neck.
Yes. This.
Have you heard tech neck?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like from constantly looking down, working on a computer.
Our
Yeah.
muscles are stretching and
Even the
tightening
thumbs,
and
like from
wrinkling.
scrolling.
Yes.
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
my pinky. That's weird, but like, cause I'm always holding my phone, I've noticed it's always spaced out. Like it feels far away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Posture.
Anyways,
So I think a lot of people, when they think about posture, especially in this day and age where we have so much forward head posture, like you said, text neck, or so much kyphosis, which is the rounding and the upper back, the shoulders rounding forward. I think a lot of people think of posture as just the upper body and neck, but your spine starts here and goes all the way down to like your butt crack. Like your spine is huge. And I like posture is not just your upper back and your neck. Posture is the way you walk, posture is the way you sit, posture is the way you stand when you're talking to someone, leaning on one hip sometimes, right?
Very aware of
Posture
posture
is,
right now.
not just the upper neck and
Everyone straighten up.
upper back and neck. And no, so I think the 3 most important things when it comes to posture when I'm working with any patient or with my own body, deep abdominal strength is really, really important to support your no, and I don't
I've
mean
got other
deep
objectives.
abdominal strength right now.
so I don't mean like having abs. People who come to see me and they have a weak transverse abdominis, which is like your deep abdominals, so not the abs that you see but sometimes see the ones like underneath, and people will come to me with a flat stomach or even with a little outline of their abs, and they're like, I don't have weak abdominals, but
Yes, you do.
exactly,
Yes, you do.
you have weak core musculature,
Yes.
and core muscles are the muscles that support you in posture. So another big thing, so I think strengthening the transverse abdominis is really important, those deep abdominal muscles. The second thing is your glutes. If your glutes aren't strong, your glutes are your powerhouse.
Yeah.
It's your butt.
And exactly, right? And we like in our day and age right now, we have the weakest, most inhibited glutes of all of human time.
Everyone is sitting on their butts
because all we do
on
is
tech.
sit. It's very true.
Interesting.
Should we do a standing episode?
Should we? Yeah, probably.
A workout episode.
So there's this one, there's 3 muscles in your glutes. There's this one muscle called the glute medius, which is very understated and usually very weak for a lot of people, and it acts as a pelvic stabilizer. So a lot of people also don't think about the fact that your spine is connected to your pelvis. Your spine literally connects right into your pelvis, also your rib cage, and that's called like your axial skeleton. That's your base, your pelvis, your rib cage, your spine. People don't think about that, right?
No.
They just think fix my neck, like my neck's broken. But it's
all
so much
connected,
more than that. It's so much more than that. And so strengthening the glute medius. If you've ever heard of like a clamshell, lying down on your side and lifting the knee.
I saw you do it.
Yeah,
sounds
yes,
strange.
it's on my Instagram. That is a really great exercise for strengthening the glute medius, which can help to stabilize the pelvis, which in turn helps the spine. Now I'll get to the upper back and neck stuff. I think it's really important to keep the upper back strong. So a lot of people, when they're rounding forward in their shoulders, they're shortening and tightening their pecs, but they don't have enough strength in their rhomboids and traps to keep their shoulders drawn back. So simple exercises at the gym that you can do, or just you can do resistance or with weights or no weights, and just do some exercises to strengthen your upper back musculature, which will really help to draw the shoulders back. Also keeping the pecs nice and stretched and loose. So I love using a tennis ball, and you can like place 2 tennis balls right in your pecs and lie down on the ground and just breathe.
Whoa.
And I love that.
I never would have
so
thought
simple.
that would have helped. Yeah.
Totally. You can even place 2 tennis balls in a long sock, tie it up, place that behind your neck, lie down, and start to move your neck. It's like a free neck massage. It's
Simple,
incredible.
yeah.
And it starts to loosen up that tight musculature in the neck that gets so tight from leaning your head forward. And once that's loose, it will have an easier time extending back to its regular position. So I think those are the 3 most important things to sum up. Deep abdominal strength, keeping your glutes strong as well, the glute medius especially, keeping the upper back strong, pecs nice and loose, and neck nice and loose.
Awesome.
Amazing. Great advice.
Amazing.
Yeah. So simple.
Okay, so we are coming to the end of the year, the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019. Crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't 2020 just scare you?
Yes,
Like,
I'll be 30.
But
Of
it's
course
like
it scares
satisfying
me.
rounded
2020.
number.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
yeah.
It's a big
It
deal.
looks good.
Yeah. So aesthetic.
It is.
So I want to hear about how you end your year and how you plan for your next year. And so, if anything.
Yeah.
And so some people, you know, they sit down and they reflect on their last year somehow, and then they plan for their next year, and it could be making goals by categories like finance, personal, etc., or they could make a dream board. Which I feel like I should as.
Yes, every year. It's
Yeah.
my ritual. How did you know?
It's,
I don't know.
It's fitting. It suits you. It suits you so well.
So-
It's my yearly ritual.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people go through
Yeah.
life so passively.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're a certain age, they haven't done certain things.
And their minds
panic.
are numb.
Yeah, and then they panic and they think, how did I get here? And
Yeah.
I feel like I've accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you got to stop and you got to think about what path you want to be on, and the end of a year is perfect to do that.
Yeah.
So, how do you polish off a year?
It usually happens in between Christmas and New Year's, where
Okay.
I'm just like sitting. It happened last
Yeah.
year, just having lunch with Gary, and I was thinking, kind of, I guess the lows of my year.
Right.
And then I was thinking, I didn't spend enough time with my friends and family. I spent more time working and doing less of the things that I love, and I don't like that the way that feels. So. Okay, next year I don't want to do that. How am I going to go about doing that?
Yeah.
So
It's a
kind
great
of-
way to approach it.
Yeah, because I'm not one that's like, okay, 2019, these are my aggressive goals, because I'm not going to stick to them. I know
It's
that.
unrealistic for
Yeah.
most, I will say.
Yeah.
And I'm already so busy with work. It's not like I have this other extra time, you know, the 6 lemon waters and the hour of journaling.
God
Like,
love her for saying
I
that.
know.
That was
Yeah.
priceless.
and so just trying to be mindful. I know I have to remind myself throughout the year. It's not like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm great, 2019, I'm good.
Right.
And it's always kind of checking in. Sometimes I'm not that great. So this past year was, again, not enough time for me. And now if I book an event, especially pop-ups, they're a lot more energy draining because I have to pack up, get there, unpack, be there
Yeah.
all day, be on,
Yeah.
and then come back. I book weekends around it because I never
Okay.
used to do that. And then it would
Yeah.
be a month straight that I worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people think that's normal, and that's their choice. But for me, that's not why I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
entrepreneur to have flexibility, to have that free time, to be there for people that I love when I want to
Yeah.
be there. And so,
I really like that for a huge reason because first of all, you don't have to be an entrepreneur to do that at all. Like that applies to everybody.
yes.
And I feel like a lot of people complain and don't do anything about it. And so if you're sitting there at the end of the year, it is nice to look back at your lows. What were you complaining about the last year? What can you do something about for the following year? If you're complaining that you never got away, it's like, okay, well, why didn't you get away? If it was money, then maybe you should look at how you spent your money for the last year
Yeah.
and reevaluate that for the following year. If it was, you know, a significant other, maybe
Bye.
boy, bye.
Yeah,
Like you just you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think I like that because anybody can do it.
Definitely.
It's not going to take a lot of effort, and it applies to everybody. I really like that. And it's just focusing on bettering your life, and it's not the pressure of meeting goals. It's just how can I better the next year?
Exactly.
Yeah, nice.
I love goal setting in all capacities.
Yeah.
But I think the new year is a great refresher point, but also a pressure point for people to be like, oh shit, new year, new me.
Right.
What am I going to do? A lot of people go to the fitness or the finances because those are two really hard hurdles in life, right? Staying on top of fitness and finances. I've learned in my mid to late 20s, all the wisdom I've gotten in the last few years. I don't look at it as, okay, these are my new goals. And like you talked about, then you feel that pressure and it can actually be
A deterrent.
regressive. Yeah. So you're like, oh, I didn't accomplish this. Like,
I'm the worst.
Man, I'm like worse than I was before. I focus on what I call trimming, which could be things that I did that didn't serve me, ways I spent my time, people in my life that, and it's not this cutthroat like breakup, but like distancing, you know, like reevaluating what that relationship looks like, friendships, all that good stuff, but then making active changes. So say I spent too much time doing this. Okay, well, I've acknowledged it. I need to actually make an effort to change it and then do different. So not always new, I need to accomplish this, or I need to lose this much weight, or I need to have this much money in the bank, but just what didn't look so good this year, okay, I need to shed it and just move forward. And then that opens you up to God knows what. Like anything good could come your way then, or you spend your time actually bettering yourself. So I like the trim.
Yeah.
Maybe I should coin it the trim method.
Yeah, you
Somebody's
should.
probably
I like
already
that.
come up with that, but
I've never heard of it. I think
trim, do your trim. Yeah.
you know, you hear of like
Cut those
trim
dead
that
inches
fat.
off your hair. Yeah. I don't like that one though, because it's not nice.
What did you
But I don't mean fat on your body. I mean
No,
like fat
I
in
know,
your
no,
life.
but that
Yeah.
expression, I think
Yeah.
people go to like
Yeah.
that
Nasty
weight
places.
analogy where, but no, just trimming, trimming
Yeah.
off things, trim off the dead ends. Let's say the dead ends of your hair. Go for that 4 to 6 week trim.
I like that.
Can you tell my mother is a hairdresser? I'm like 4 to 6 weeks. Book your appointment.
What do you do?
Tell
Tell us about your dream board.
Yeah, I've been making a dream board every single year in between Christmas and New Year's Day, probably for the past 8 years. Like I did it all throughout high school as well, that really helped me stay on track. I think it's just a really powerful time to. I'm big with symbolism, and I think certain dates, certain times of the year, certain sentiments can be a really great symbolic motion to project you into something new, something fresh. And I sit down on my living room floor. I harvest all these magazines and just go through
harvest. I love it.
Cut out things that. Well, first I should backtrack. I write down on a piece of paper what I'm looking for, what I want to bring forward into the new year, what I want to let go of from the past year, like what I just want to sever and don't even want to bring in January 1st.
Yeah.
This is gone. This
Boy,
person's
bye.
gone. Boy, bye. This person's gone. This thing is gone. This ritual is gone. Like assessing my morning routine, seeing what needs to change about it, assessing what's, just the different aspects of my life, what I want in my work life, what I want in my family life, and just kind of writing down certain things that I want that are specific, and then taking key words from that, and then writing down those keywords, maybe 10 to 20 of them, and then finding things in these magazines, finding photos or words or quotes that match those keywords, and cutting that all out and gluing it onto a board.
I love
and
it. So
looking at
tactile
it.
though. It's so nice.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's so
Crafty.
visual. Like
It
it's
is.
so
So is it somewhere where you look at it all year?
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
in
so
my
you-
bedroom.
Nice.
Yeah, so usually like I'll have it in my closet or just kind of on my bedside. I've heard some people put it on their ceiling in their bedroom and you look at it when you first wake up.
That stuff
every
scares
morning.
me. It's
I
gonna
love that.
fall.
Yeah.
That too.
Or
You're
create a
doing
horrible
so
sound in the night.
Okay.
You know what I like about that?
It's just one of my fears of things like falling. From
Yeah, in the night, and it
I'd
like
be worried that it's like you're not focusing on your intimate time and you're just like,
my dream.
I haven't done that yet.
We get it. You're pregnant. We get it.
The second trimester is a bit friskier than the first.
Yeah, we can all tell.
Oh, I'm getting really hot.
And Jessie.
One thing I wanted to say is I like that your activity, you genuinely enjoy it.
I love it.
You don't
Yeah,
describe
you do.
it like a
You're
chore.
not. Yeah.
No.
You
It's
love
kind
it.
of self-care too.
Yeah.
Most
It
of the time
is.
I don't do it alone. Like I'll have a vision board party. So
Oh, I love that.
and I'll invite
was
like
gonna
friends
say, we
over.
should
We should have a vision
Yeah.
board
We
party.
can totally do that live.
Yeah.
Oh, we should. Let's do a vision board party.
Let us know if you want it live.
I don't really do a lot. Like I used to. I feel like when I was younger, and it was always like, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then I would have a gym membership for 8 months, and I would go none times.
It was a gym donation.
Yeah.
They get a lot of
helping
those.
them pay their rent. You know, They
Just
might be
helping out a local business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I talked about like the goals and how like I personally feel like I have a competitive spirit and I'm a sore loser. So I try to avoid anything that's like, I don't do sports, I hate board games, like anything that's gonna make me be like, brah, and then when I lose, like
Can you do
Did you get a close up?
I love all the colors of Jessie. Like, I just love it
I want
so
a close
much.
up
Yeah.
of those faces.
but like I get competitive with myself too. So if I'm making a goal,
yeah.
if I don't reach it, I am like pissed. Like I failed. Like I don't like the feeling of failure. So I avoid it. So I don't make goals. I'll like think about it throughout the year. I'm like, okay, I want to work on this more, or like I'll make like light goals where I'm like, at some point in the next year, it would be nice if I could pay off my debt. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
upgrade my camera or get a new lens or
Yeah.
get a different computer, like stuff like that.
And those things will excite you.
Exactly,
too.
yeah. But I don't go into it expecting that. Like, I
Sure.
try not to expect things because then you get disappointed and
true.
nobody likes to be disappointed. So try to avoid that. But yeah, it's just like usually little things. And it's usually like stuff that will benefit me career-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find the most important thing for me is I always try and compete with myself
Yeah.
instead of competing with other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I try, and I'm
Comparing
like,
it.
I'm such an envious person by accident. Like, I hate it. I
Yeah.
try to change it. I'm like, switch that off, but like, it's hard. Like, and I'm still excited for people if they're doing well. But if it's, especially if it's something that is like
In
in
your
my
realm,
industry,
yes,
or
you
like that
compare
I'm
naturally.
also interested in, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why aren't I able to do that? And it
Yeah.
sucks. And then I'm like, why am I being such a jerk about this?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So I like try to work on that. So maybe that could be my New Year's resolution. Stop being so green. With
So
envy,
green.
not like
I like that you're in a green sweater.
damn.
Oh yeah, we're all in
Yeah.
Christmas sweaters, by the way. in case
Yeah, I
you
said
didn't
that like at the
notice.
top.
Oh, oops.
Well, I guess these episodes.
It's two different
These
videos.
episodes are a week apart.
Right.
Listen, I said it at the top.
Can I say one thing
I don't listen to you.
about New Year's resolutions? And I think it's really important that we focus on what genuinely gives you joy. Not like what makes you happy,
Yeah.
like I want more Netflix and chill, but like really what excites you,
Yeah.
what re-energizes you. And we don't really think about that as women.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more like, what should we be doing? What do we
Yes.
have
What
to
needs
do?
to get done?
What needs to
Yeah.
get done?
Yeah. What needs
Oh.
to get done, and what can I do better?
But think
Yeah.
about if you feel
Yeah.
energized and excited and you love it,
You will get more done.
Yeah.
and some of the other stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It really
doesn't. It
doesn't.
really doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
I pushed myself this Sunday. I was like, okay, I have a day off, and then I had loads and loads of laundry, and then other errands to do, and then Monday I got sick. I should have
Yeah.
used the
Shocking.
day
Yeah, should've
to
rested.
relax,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
So the should got the best of me.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Well, we would love to hear how you are going to polish off this year and what your goals are for 2019 and maybe how we can even help you with those. So Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at The Fresh Talk, and we will see you next year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy New Year!
I pictured something totally different. Yeah. I was like a bathroom problem?
100%. What did, like when I heard
It says
leaky
leaky.
anything, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I know that.